note, there are 2,891 corona positive cases in Telangana, 3,898 in Andhra Pradesh. As I record this voice note, there are 8,28,000 tweets with the hashtag cancel TS exams promote students. For the past few days, I have been reading about how some governments and universities have cancelled exams for their students and have promoted them. For the past few days, I have been talking to faculty and people around me who work in the education sector. And most of them think that students are lazy to prepare for exams and are looking for reasons to skip them. Well, as students, we've given more than 12 final exams from primary classes until intermediate. And as engineering students, we've been giving 2 semester exams every year. And one more such semester exam is no big deal if the situations were normal. And as far as finding the reasons is concerned, we don't have to look for them. They're right in front of our eyes. We just have to be open-minded enough to see, understand and accept the facts. Here are 10 reasons why exams this semester must be cancelled and everyone must be promoted.
50% of students in colleges live in hostels and they have gone back to their villages. Traveling back to colleges puts them directly at risk.
Even if they have to come back from the villages, they need to be quarantined for 14 or 21 days. And our hostels are not equipped enough to quarantine students. Moreover, a hostel room is shared by 3 to 4 people generally. Do we have enough rooms to accommodate all the students? Practically speaking, can sanitization be ensured in all college-maintained and private hostels?
Have the authorities ever seen an RTC bus which has a stop near a college? It is so packed that it looks like it might topple at any moment. And if exams are conducted, who will ensure that all the students will reach their examination centers on time after following social distancing and wearing masks?
Do the authorities have the slightest idea about how much of the portion was actually covered before the lockdown was announced? In most colleges, less than 50%.
How effective were the Zoom classes? Not really, or rather not at all. A lot of our faculty couldn't understand and adapt to the technology. We do not intend to blame them at all. They were not prepared for a crisis like this. We salute the pain and effort they took to try and cover the syllabus. When no government across the world was prepared for a crisis like this, we did not expect our college and management to be prepared for it.
The online classes were not accessible to everyone, even if we assume they were effective. A lot of students live in remote areas where the internet was not accessible or was slow. There were a lot of students who had network issue because of all this traffic.
When the hostlers were asked to vacate the hostels, they assumed it was just a matter of couple of weeks until everything gets back to normal. And so, they left their books in the hostels. We couldn't predict the gravity of the situation.
Even after all this, if exams are to be conducted, generally in a classroom, 60 students are accommodated for classes and 20 to 30 students for examination, and if social distancing is to be maintained, it would be 10 to 15 per classroom. Do our colleges have enough classrooms to accommodate all the students? Or, if the exams are conducted in batches, how will we ensure that all the batches will have the same level of question paper? How will we ensure that the question paper has been sanitized before reaching the student?
If exams are conducted in November, then will there not be any excess burden on the students? This literally means he or she is writing around 8 to 12 semester exams and 6 to 8 lab exams at once. Will this not affect his or her performance?
Last but not the least, our syllabus is extremely outdated. There is very less, if not no value addition because of the subjects we study.
If it's not clear already, this is a virtual protest. When we talk about stakeholders of the education system, we place students at the top of it. And if students' voice is ignored, then phrases like youth is the future of India, India has the youngest brains are mere words everybody uses at their own convenience, but nobody actually means them.